All right, what's going on? So, yesterday, I haven't worn a shirtless mover anything in probably a month or two. And so, or maybe even 3 months. But sometimes it's just every time I wear something, it's always a reminder of how important branding is and making your brand simple but different, unique, and kind of mysterious, controversial. Make it controversial, make it stand out. But you gotta keep it simple, like 2 words. Why is it so important? So I haven't worn this sweater in probably 6 months. I went to Walmart with it yesterday, and I was just wearing it, and it's got this logo on the front. Okay, that little logo, right? And on the back, though, the back is pretty good. The back has has this, right? Okay, go shirtless, right? Very bold, very different. It's like 2 words on the back, go shirtless. Um, and the movie company is Shirtless Movers. And so I was just like checking out at Walmart, and then some lady walked up to me and was like, "You guys really move with your shirts off?" I get that asked so many times. Like, I could make a t-shirt that says, that would be a really good t-shirt, because everybody thinks that. They're like, "Do you really?" And again, that's where the whole comes in play. Be mysterious. Question, when people, you want it in a brand or with anything to grab people's attention, you want them to question it. Curiosity. But yeah, let's say you're dating, and girls, they always want to chase the guy, so you want to be kind of mysterious all the time, curiosity. I wonder what he's doing. And with your brand, you want the same way. So and so they come up to me, like the customers, and then she actually turned out that her daughter, it was like a 60-year-old grandma. And so we get all ages. And her daughter was moving really soon, and then it gave me an opportunity, to put a smile on her face, joke around, and then and I was like, "Hey, give us a call if you need us," type of thing. And and she's gonna remember, Shirtless Movers. Like, you cannot not remember that. So that's great marketing. Like, I did nothing. I was just checking out at Walmart, and the customers come up to you, and I can't. It happens so much. And sometimes I'll put the sweater on, I'll forget it does that. The brand does that. I remember walking into Walmart, or not Walmart, but to Lifetime. I just wore a Shirtless Movers hat. Just had a logo on it, Shirtless Movers. And then I remember the Lifetime host was like, "Do you guys really move your shirts off?" I get that so often, a question. And it's an opportunity for you to talk about your brand without actually you being pushy, because they're wondering, they're curious. Mysterious is really important in a brand and selling. And so I go, you're gonna have to go to the website and find out, or of course we do. Why not? Turn into funny. And she wound up I only went to that Lifetime once. That's it. It was in Savage. One time. I don't go there regular. Okay, just one time. And we did a move job for her and the other coworker there. So I got 2 sales out of it, just wearing the hat. And so it happens so much. Like, the branding works. It's very, very important. When you think of your brand name, think of 2 words. I mean, you could do 3 max, but do 2 words and make sure it tells what it is in 2 seconds. I remember I went to Target. I had an old Toyota Corolla, and it had shirtlessmovers.com on the bumper, and on the side just had our logo and the white Honda number. And I was at Target parking lot, and I just parked the car in Target parking lot, and the radio, I think 107 point something, it's like Women's Talk. The host took a picture of my car, okay, posted it on his Instagram, right? And then I just noticed one day we just had a ton of traffic. I had no idea why, and I looked at Google Analytics, and it said we had a lot of Facebook followers or something like that. And I was like, Facebook? And then I looked more on my Facebook, and eventually I found out that he posted it on his Instagram, and then all his Instagram followers went on to Facebook and talked about it. And he did say he talked about us on the radio on Woman's Talk. And so, and that's all free because of the domain name is the name of the company. You know, there's no difference from us than 2 Men and a Truck and Shirtless Movers. It's the same exact service, except everybody knows about Shirtless Movers, you know? And so that's great branding. I mean, that's why, you know, a lot of like Donald Trump and stuff, really easy example. He says the craziest things when he was trying to run because it grabs your attention. It makes you curious, makes you think about him, talk about him. That's the exact same reason. If you put that in your brand, it won't cost as much money for you to really effectively market it because the brand says exactly what it is. It's questionable, it's mysterious. And so, yes, that's just very important. And what else is a cool story? So yesterday we had that at Walmart. Then when we did 2 jobs yesterday, and then when we were parked in, we have a trailer that just has a 1-800 number and a logo on it. It's pretty big. It's very big, but that's it. And then we had the 14-footer, but the 14-footer isn't even wrapped. This one isn't wrapped. So we were just unloading the truck right in Lakeville at Babes. And then 4 or 5 people must have been walking from Babes because the house was right next to Babes in Lakeville. And they were like yelling like, hey, where's your shirts? Your shirts aren't off. What's going on here? You know, it's false advertisement. I get that so much, those two. False advertisement. That'd be another really good shirt to sell. False advertisement. And then, but they're thinking about us, you know, and they're going to remember us. They're going to talk about, hey, we saw this shirtless moving company yesterday. And then because, you know, they'll probably wind up calling us like a week or 2 later, a month later, whatever. And we're just sitting there just unloading our truck, you know, and of course they're having a good time. They're laughing and stuff. And, and so that's a really good example of why it's important, because it cuts down on your marketing costs. You know, it's like you're creating an automated marketing machine. That's why that's the importance of branding, and that's kind of what you want. That's what you want to do. So like, let's say I was a realtor, right? I'd keep it really simple. You know, if you want to go more professional type of look, not so controversial, not so, you know, really craziness, right? You know, you could do like buyhomes.com, because that's kind of saying like an action, a buy action to your customers. And it's really simple, and it's only 2 words, sounds professional, and it tells what you do in like 2 seconds. You know, you something to do with buying homes. So, or you could do like minnesotarealestate.com. I mean, that's okay, that's good. But if you could put an action in there, that's very good. And plus that's a keyword, buy homes. People actually search that. So if you could put all that in your domain name, awesome. Another really important thing about, you know, standing out, being different, is because that means you're number 1. So when people want a shirtless moving company, they just type shirtless movers. Shirtless movers will always be number 1 for that, because it's a domain name. So, and then you also want to make sure that you check your domain name or your company name. Make sure there's no trademark on it. That's very important. You just go to uspto.gov and you do a trademark search, their database, and then you can search your name and make sure there's no word mark, and make sure there's no trademark under that name. Now, if there is, that can be okay if they're completely different. They're using that company for a completely different service than that you have, that you know. So I just thought that was really cool yesterday. I mean, it kind of caught me off guard when I was at Walmart. I was just like, you know, oh, I'm wearing my shirtless thing. We don't get that with Pro Move, you know. It's not as much. It's more like I get about, you know, it works, the brand name, if it's mysterious, controversial, it's about 10 times more effective. You know, I'll be walking out to my car at Lifetime, and then some girl will be like, oh my God, that is the coolest thing in the world. And she'll be like, she'll follow my car, take pictures of it. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to post it on Facebook. I'm going to tell my business is so cool. Like, you don't get that with Pro Move. Like, you just don't, you know. And You know, that's part of it. It's crazy. So that it works. That's the important part. So I could also help you with that stuff. We have a business program for products and service-based businesses on conceptcreator.com. I explain more about that. And then you could also just call us. And I could definitely help you for free. Just think of some cool names. I love doing that. You know, that's I absolutely love that stuff. So but yeah, so any other crazy questions? I just wanted to give us a shout, comment, share the video. But I just want to share that to you. It really just caught me off guard yesterday, and it just really reminds me of really how important branding is. It's awesome.